A soldier walking in the desert with a kid. He takes a map out of a bottle. They still have to walk more, so he takes off his armor and keeps walking. They are already out of water. Those travelers are characters of the novel Conquistador. Ohm is writing the end of the novel. The soldier finds a circle. This means they are close. He takes out the bottle, but finds the opening blocked. They try to find something to break it, but there is no hard surface. Suddenly, he looks at the kid and an idea comes to his mind. He asks the kid to stand and not look. He wants to use the kid's skull to break it, but hesitates. Ohm suddenly hears a noise and stops writing. He feels someone is standing in the front, but there is no one. Suddenly, he feels his mom's presence behind him and is shocked. He takes out some of his parents' old things. Both of his parents are long gone. He finds her old pictures and a hotel card. He cuts a lock to take out a gun. Suddenly, he decides to visit the Hotel Bilberry Woods in rural Ireland. He arrives at the hotel and sees the groundskeeper, Fergal, working. He notices a crossbow and a dead goat. Fergal says goats get on cars and damage them. He thinks it's the best way to stop them. Inside, an old man is telling two kids the story of a witch who catches lonely travelers and puts them under a spell to chain them. Then, she takes them on a tour of the underworld where a lost soul tries to snatch and attack them. Ohm rings the bell and asks the old man if they are his children. They aren't, and he asks the kid to find their parents. The desk clerk, Mal, comes out. The old man gives him a hard time for being late to attend to the guest. The old man, Cobb, is actually the owner and Mal's father-in-law. Fergal comes and takes him away. Mal tells Ohm that there will be a Halloween party soon, but Ohm wants to stay at a quiet place far from a noise. He's on his way, but can't find his room. The hotel's bartender, Fiona, is there and helps him find his room. He then goes out into the woods and finds the tree where his father clicked a picture of his mother. He takes out the ashes of his parents and scatters them at the roots of the tree. On his way back, he sees a homeless man named Jerry. He is drinking milk with infused mushrooms. He also offers Ohm a drink. They have a conversation and he ends up liking the man. Back at the hotel, Ohm tells Fiona the ending of his story. The soldier killed the boy while he was trying to open the bottle, but sadly it still didn't break and he died wandering around the desert. Fiona doesn't like the ending. She feels it's bleak. She wouldn't read his novel if this were the ending. Ohm says she reminds her of his mom and shows her a picture. They actually came to this hotel for their honeymoon. She always wanted to come back. Fiona asks why she didn't. Ohm says one day, on her way back from work, she was shot in the face. Fiona asks if they caught the murderer. He says yes, but he was too young to get punished. But they should have hanged the guy. She asks about his father. Ohm says he became and drank his way to an early grave. He had their ashes for a long time. They were happy here, so he brought them here. Ohm says he noticed that the honeymoon suite is locked. She says it's been locked for years because of witch haunts it. Mr. Cobb claims he managed to lock the witch years ago. She tried to convince Mao to steal the keys from Mr. Cobb, but he is afraid of his father-in-law. He asks why she wants to go there. Fiona says she wants to see the witch. He asks what's she going to do if the witch attacks. She takes out her book of folklore and says when chased by a witch, draw a circle with chalk to keep you safe. The bellboy Albie comes, and Fiona asks him to tell his encounter with the witch. One day, he was standing beside the lift. Suddenly, it came down and he tried to see who it was with the lighter. Suddenly, he got a glimpse of the witch and he immediately ran away. Fiona goes out for a delivery. Albie recognized him, Ohm Bowman, the famous writer. He praises his work only to make Ohm annoyed. He asks Ohm if he uses the tape recorder to make notes. He says yes and makes a note of finding a character who is incapable of reading the room. But Albie goes on asking how he is going to end his novel trilogy Conquistador. Annoyed, he puts a spoon in the candle. Albie says he is also a writer and is working on a story. He asks sarcastically what he is doing in a bellboy costume. He says he is a bellboy and is trying to break out as a writer. He innocently asks if he will take a look at his manuscript, but Ohm suddenly puts the hot spoon on his hand and burns it. He asks to snap out of his dream. He then gets busy with drinking. Later that night, Fiona sees that Ohm has left his recorder and the picture. She goes to return them, but he is hesitant, saying the door. He probably passed out from drinking, and asks him to open. She has a bad feeling and asks him to open. She goes in and turns on the light and finds Om hanging. She asks Albie to bring help. Om is dreaming that he is stuck in an elevator and someone is coming. He is shocked to find his mother's ghost. Om wakes up in the hospital safe and sound. He goes back to the hotel. Mal comes out with some men. Seeing him, he asks how he is feeling. Om says he came back to take his things. Mal gives him back everything he left. Om asks who found him. Mal says it was Fiona. He wants to talk to her to apologize, but Mal reveals that Fiona is missing, leaving Om shocked. Mal says she has been missing for a week after the Halloween party. He shows Om the newspaper. They search the woods in the hotel, but still no luck. Om can't believe it, and he thinks someone must have taken her, as a lot of weirdos live around here. Mal says those men earlier were police, and they are looking for Jerry, the homeless man. They always thought he was a harmless guy, but apparently his wife died under mysterious circumstances 10 years ago. He is now the prime suspect. Om says he should go back home. If there is any update, he will inform him. While leaving, he comes across Fergal. He asks him about Fiona. He thinks that Jerry killed his wife and took Fiona as he saw her talking to him. Om asks if they checked the honeymoon suite, as she always wanted to go there. Fergal says it is always locked and Mr. Cobb has the key, and he makes sure every day that the lock is intact. Om asks if the police interrogated him. He reveals that the police are his cousin and uncle. He asks Om to go to the airport while he still looks like the picture on his passport. He gets in the car and takes out his cutter and imagines how she must have been trying to cut his rope. He stops by the woods. He finds a van and goes to inspect it. He finds Fiona's folklore book there. Suddenly, he sees Jerry there. He says Fiona would be happy knowing he woke up. Om says the police are looking for him and they claim he killed his wife. He says that's true. She was ill and suffering, and it was the only way to free her from all the pain. He asks Jerry how he got the book. He says Fiona gave it to him as they were friends. Om asks him to go to the police with him, but Jerry says it's pointless. He doesn't know what happened to her, but she is dead. One night, he snuck into the hotel to steal some sleeping pills when he heard the bell ringing. He went to check and found it's from the honeymoon suite. Suddenly, Fiona's ghost appeared there, pointing at the bell. She wants him to go there. The hotel is being closed because the holiday season is ending. So tonight, after everyone leaves, he will break in to look for her. He already stole the key. Om also decides to join him. At night, as Om is reading the book, Jerry says those things actually exist. People with closed minds can't see them. The mushrooms cleared his head, and then he could see everything. They hear the cars leaving, which means the coast is clear. They enter the hotel. Jerry goes to take the crossbow for safety. Suddenly, he gets attacked by Fergal, who was waiting for him. He knocks Jerry out. Outside, Om tries to fix the lantern, which keeps turning off. Fergal hears the noise and asks if someone is there. He comes out with a crossbow. Om manages to hide. Fergal calls the police station and informs them that he is coming with Jerry. He puts him into his van and leaves. Suddenly, Om hears the bell from the honeymoon suite. He has the keys. He unlocks the lift and goes up to the honeymoon suite. He enters the room and finds an old dirty pool and a big bed. There's an old alarm clock, which rings every hour. He starts drinking and falls asleep on the bed. He remembers playing with his father's gun when suddenly it misfired. He was the one who shot his mother, who came and hugged him one last time. Suddenly, Jack the Jackass appears there. Someone wakes him up and it's Mal. He came here to check after Mr. Cobb got worried about the missing keys. Om gives him back the keys. He says that Jerry convinced him that Fiona is up here. He wanted to help her considering she saved his life. Mal asks where he is. He replies that Fergal has taken him to the police. Mal says he should leave and he will give him a ride. Suddenly, Om notices a small freight lift. He starts to inspect it. Mal says the hotel had an old basement but got blocked after renovation. He tries to press the button, but Mal stops him, saying that they need to leave immediately or Mr. Cobb will be very unhappy. As he let go of his hand, Om presses the button. Mal says Om needs to leave immediately or he will call the police and get him arrested for trespassing. Soon, the lift arrives and he's shocked to see Fiona's dead body. Mal locks the door behind him and escapes. Calls him, but he's already locking the lift. He is now stuck in the room with the corpse. On Halloween night, Mal and Fiona were at the front desk. She had Om's recorder with her. She was upset and worried thinking about Om. Mal asked her to finish his tea. She had it and soon started to feel sick and faint. Mal took her to the lift and upstairs into the honey suit. He put her in the freight lift. She looked up as she descended into the basement. She slowly dies, being stuck there for days without anything. Om takes his recorder from her. She has recorded a few messages. She thinks she is in the basement. She was actually pregnant, and Mal is the father. While listening, Om tries to find the escape route. Mal wasn't happy as she decided to keep the baby. She wasn't planning to tell anyone, but he is afraid of his father-in-law and losing his wife. But she never thought that he would lock them there to die. Om finds a small opening outside and tries to break it. Fiona says she will try to escape, but if not, whoever finds this will know that Mal is guilty. Om can't break the opening when he finds a loose screw. He takes a knife and manages to unscrew it, unaware about the fact that his mother is standing behind watching him work. Jerry wakes up in the van. He opens the back door and decides to jump, while Ferb is oblivious to it. There's another screw, but it can't be opened with a broken face. He starts to look around when he notices the lift has gone down. He feels someone's presence there. Suddenly, a scream comes from the intercom. Soon, the lights are turned off. He grabs the lantern. The TV gets turned on. It's Jack, the jackass, a character from his childhood show. He is reading letters from children. One kid says he was playing with his father's gun and accidentally shot his mother. Now his father hates him. Jack says it's his fault, he shouldn't have played with a gun. Now because of his carelessness, his father's wife is dead. Of course, he hates him. The TV gets turned off. He sits there drinking. He finds the building plan and sees an escape route through the basement. He inspects the freight lift. On the recorder, Fiona says that the downstairs lift button is broken. She can't get up and is now stuck there. He breaks the alarm clock and sets it up with the lift button and matches the time with his watch. He presses the button and the lift comes back up. Fiona's body is still there. He grabs her body. He puts her into the chair. He then goes into the lift and goes down. In the basement, he turns on the light. He starts to look around and finds that some things are hanging. He goes ahead and finds a dead end. He turns on the recorder. She says there is something down here. He also hears something. On the recorder, Fiona has encountered something scary. He decides to go back. He finds some writing on the wall and a chalk on the ground. He takes the chalk. It's time for the alarm. The lift will go up, so he runs towards the lift and goes in. The alarm still hasn't rung. He suddenly notices someone in the dark. When the alarm rings and the lift goes upstairs, he gets a glimpse of the witch. He goes upstairs and the lift is again going down, so he jumps. He looks downstairs and sees the witch is crawling upstairs. He runs into the bathroom and locks the door. The witch is already upstairs trying to break in. He uses the chalk to draw a circle around the bed and jumps on the bed. The witch breaks in and starts to encircle his bed, laughing. It's now morning. Mal comes back and sees Om's car is open. He goes and finds blood on the counter. On the lift, he finds Jerry injured trying to break the lock. Jerry says the American is stuck there. They need help him. He says he already went up and found him drunk there. He gave him a ride and booked him a taxi. He is probably already at the airport. Wakes up in the bed and he comes out of the circle. He starts to look around and on the window outside, he sees his car door open. Jerry is telling how he escaped. He still isn't convinced. He still believes Fiona is up there. He asks if he checked the suite thoroughly. Mal says he has to call the police. He should go and take Om's car. He will tell the police he is gone. First locks the lift door and remembers about the bell. He searches for the switch and finds it. He rings the bell, but only Mal is downstairs. Jerry is going towards the car. Goes to the window and calls Jerry. He gets out of the car and he runs to ring the bell. Mal gets worried and doesn't know what to do when the switch tears up and the bell stops when Jerry comes in. He wants the car keys. Mal says he will bring them to him. Breaks the wall to take out the rope and rings the bell. He goes to the window to see and finds Jerry already leaving. Mal is sitting there watching his family portrait. He is about to leave when he sees that Jerry has come back. He says Fiona used to say, never ignore when something is off, and he feels something is off. If he has already taken to the airport, why does he come back? He says he just came here to bring back his family portrait. Suddenly, the honeymoon suite's bell rings. Jerry grabs the axe and threatens him to give back the keys. Mal tries to plead with him, but he goes straight to the lift. Mal sets up clothes with a heater to burn the place down. Jerry upstairs calls but the door is still locked. He tells him about the small opening. Jerry breaks the lock and opens the door. He asks for Fiona. Says she is dead. Mal killed her. He asks if he is okay. He replies he is fine. He will live when Mal shoots him with a crossbow. He falls dead. Hides immediately. After reloading, Mal threatens not to try to escape. He goes back down. The clothes already caught fire. He goes down, but the gate is locked and the key is with Jerry. Takes the key from Jerry. He sees the lift is coming back up. He runs back to the room. Coming back, Mal searches for the key, but it isn't there. The fire alarm starts ringing. Mal goes into the room calling for He sees him going down by the freight lift. Fiona's body is looking at him. Goes downstairs. On the intercom, Mal tells him to come back with the key. The hotel is on fire and there is no escape. They can leave together, but goes ahead. Suddenly, he feels someone is coming. He brings out the chalk to draw the circle, but before he can finish, he encounters the witch. Mal comes down with the crossbow. He looks for him and he finds the key hanging. He put down the crossbow to take it out. He hears something. Suddenly, the witch grabs him and chains his hand. She pulls him ahead. She goes past who is also chained. Broken, he sits there. His mother comes there. He says it was an accident and apologizes. She says she knows and caresses him. She says he can't stay here. After she leaves, finds his cutter in his pocket. Mal is being pulled. He is confused about what's going on. The witch opens the door of hell and pulls Mal. Uses the cutter to cut his chain. He manages to free himself, but Mal pulls inside and the lost soul attacks him. He runs back and grabs the key. Fiona's eyes are pointing at the lift. The alarm rings and the lift comes up with He sees Fiona's eyes are closed. Her soul has found peace. He goes straight to the main lift and goes down. The hotel is on fire. He unlocks the gate and tries to escape, but falls sick from the smoke and faints. Fergal has come back and is calling. See if anyone is there. Suddenly, a spirit calls his name. He goes towards the sound and finds He takes him outside. Wakes up in the hospital. Albie has come to visit him. He is now working in an ice cream parlor. He gives him a drink, which Fergal has sent. He's pretty devastated about Fiona. They found Fiona and Jerry's remains at the hotel. Mal is still missing. They are looking for him. The fireman found his mother's picture still intact. Albie says he has to confess. He actually spiked his drink with Jerry's mushroom. He was angry with him. He apologizes for it. Sees he still has bruises on his wrists from the chains and remembers Jerry's words that people with closed minds can't see the spirits. Albie leaves asking if he can take a look at his manuscript. This time he agrees. Decides to write a different ending to his Conquistador trilogy. The soldier was unable to kill the boy. He tells him to hit him with the bottle, not to stop for anything. Takes the map to find the path. He doesn't deserve it. The boy also can't hit him. He throws the bottle. They embrace each other. In the sand, the bottle opens up. So you were watching the recap of the 2026 movie Hokum. Subscribe, comment, and hit the like button if you like this, and check out our other content as well.